So I'm reading this book that is very, very good. It's called The Garden of Emunah, or Emunah is a Jewish word, a Hebrew word that means your ultimate faith. And so it's written by a Rabbi Shalom Arush. I don't know. I think that's how you say it. And it's written through a Jewish perspective, and it's very, very good. And so when I read any book that I read, I always read with a highlighter, so I can highlight those areas that really draw my attention. So I go back and reread those areas. So this is one area that I highlighted that I just want to share with you guys because it's a spiritual truth. And so it says, a concrete law of spirituality states that whenever people trust anything or anyone other than God, then God lets them fall into the hands of the source of their trust, which usually turns out to be miserable, helpless, and pitiful. And that really caught my attention because he's saying here that whatever it is that we trust the most, that is what we will draw our confidence from. Or whatever we trust the most, that will be our source of strength. And most of the time, when it's not God, it's going to be disappointing, it's going to be frustrating, and it's going to get you angry because you put your trust in something that is not as stable as God. And so it's very interesting. And he says in this book a story, or not a story, but an illustration. And I think we can relate to it. I think everybody can relate to it because he says that there's two men or two people, and they go onto a city bus, and they both get on at the same time. They pay the same ticket price, and they're going to the same place. But the difference is that one of them, when he gets on, he's very controlling, and he wants to tell the bus driver how to get to where they're gonna get. But the bus driver knows how to get there because he does it all the time. But since the guy is controlling, he wants to tell the bus driver, no, take a left here. Make a right over here. Or you're going too slow, you're going too fast. And he wants to tell the bus driver how to do his job or how to get to where he needs to get. Where the other guy, he gets on the bus, he takes a seat, and he trusts that the bus driver knows where he's going. He trusts the bus driver will get them to the destination. And I think me and you, we're one of those two people. Either we want to control everything that happens in our life, even though things that we cannot control, we want to control. And when things don't go our way, we get frustrated, we get angry, we get upset, and we complain. Or we could be the other guy who just goes through life trusting that the bus driver, in this case God, knows exactly how to get us to where we want to get or where we need to get. And so I think we're one of those two people. And so which one do you think you are? I know a lot of times I'm the guy who complains. A lot of times I'm the guy who wants to tell the bus driver where to go. I know it. And it's I think our nature sometimes to want to control everything. But the truth is that if we trust in God, if we really say that we trust in God, no matter what comes in our life, no matter what comes our way, we can be confident that God has a plan in our lives. The Bible says, God says, for I know the plans that I have for you, and they're plans to prosper you and not to harm you. And so if we really trust and really believe that God has a plan, then everything that comes into our life, God can use it to get us or to propel us to where we need to be. So just trust. And I know it's easier said than done sometimes. I know it's easier said than done. But let's make that effort to really just put our confidence, not in ourselves, not to put our confidence in things that are going to fail us, but put our trust and our confidence in the only one that never fails, and that's in God. God bless you guys.